Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to White Pocket in northern Arizona and Cutler Point near Kanab, Utah. Both of these places have been on our bucket list for years, and we can't wait to take you along with us. In this video, we will share the best ways to access both of these unique locations, walk you through driving in sand, and share tips for hiking, photography, and wild camping in the area.
For those of you who don't know us, I'm David.
I'm Kaylee.
And we run a travel and adventure vlog called Made to Explore.
We are passionate about activities that get you outside and off the beaten path. We've got a ton of hiking, adventure travel, and van life. So if you are into that, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you around for all of our future videos. Both of these destinations are home to jaw-dropping scenery and incredible natural rock formations. They both also require a 4x4 vehicle and a confident driver, which is why we chose to explore them on the same day. As you can tell, we are not in the van. We rented a Jeep for this, so
We're stoked.
what's the verdict on the Jeep so far?
So much better. This is just like riding a Cadillac versus a van. This Jeep handles bumps 1,000 times better than the Payto Cruiser.
Yeah, in the van, we've been literally going like 5 kilometers an hour down these roads, and it's been taking forever. All of our cupboards are coming open, so the Jeep is a dream.
We rented this Jeep from a guy in St. George off of the Turo app, which worked out really well. Even though we're driving a little bit farther to our locations, totally worth it. If you rent from somewhere in Kanab or in Page, it's going to be a lot more expensive. Or you could rent a side-by-side and come out here, but that would be even more expensive in the long run. So this is kind of the most affordable option. And this guy also had an air compressor, a shovel, a gauge to tear down your tires, and a flag. So it's pretty well like off-road ready. He allows people to drive in sand and stuff. You just have to buy the adventure package when you rent it. So we are just on our way to White Pocket. We're coming in from the north way from Kanab.
To get to White Pocket from Kanab, you actually have 2 different options, a north route via Highway 89 or a south route via Highway 89A. We have been on both roads and would recommend taking the south way. The north way is the route that we took in this video, and while the drive was totally fine, there's more dirt road driving with this option. The red section on this map is called House Rock Valley Road. Although it is not paved and has some potholes and washboard sections, it's not in terrible shape as long as it's dry. Do not attempt this drive if it's been raining.
It's pretty popular. There's been like quite a few camper vans, people hiking all over the place here. Along this road is the parking lot to go to the Wave, also the parking lot to go to Buckskin Gulch, which are 2 very popular places to go in this area. Me and Kaylee have been applying for the Wave and haven't had any luck. I think we've probably applied for almost like 12 days now.
Yeah.
Something like that. This is a good alternative for the Wave from what I've researched. It looks like the landscape is going to be incredible. We're really excited to see it.
And you do not need a permit to access White Pocket, which is kind of unique in this area. Honestly, a lot of these places you need a permit, so
yeah,
you just have to get there, really.
Yeah. If you don't want to rent a Jeep or you don't feel comfortable driving in sand, you can also do a tour out of Page or Kanab.
If you are planning a trip to Utah, we have a travel guide for adventure lovers that covers all of our favorite places in this beautiful state. This guide details everything you need to know about traveling through Utah, including the best hikes, natural hot springs, activities, photo spots, where to stay, the best way to get around, and super helpful tips on wild camping and finding amenities for van lifers. Covering all 5 national parks in detail, plus a ton of hidden gems outside of the parks, let us do all the research so that all you have to worry about is enjoying your trip. This guide is an instant download and we cannot wait to share it with you. We have already got so much great feedback on it. We will link it below. Make sure to check it out. The green section is called Pine Tree Road, aka Road 1017, and this is where things start to get interesting. We attempted to drive this road in the van on our second visit to White Pocket and ended up pulling over and grabbing the e-bikes a few kilometers in because the washboard was really, really bad.
So we are just airing down the tires, turned onto BLM Road, 1017, drove in for a couple K, and we were airing down the tires. You do that for more traction in sand and a comfier ride. It's also easier on the suspension components for the Jeep. So we're airing the tires down to about 20 PSI, which is about half of what they usually ride at. These ones ride at about between 35 and 40. So yeah, figure mine as well. Just make sure to air back up before we hit the highway on the way out.
About 5 miles in, you will see Pine Tree Pocket Ranch on the left-hand side. It's just a little ranch house, and you will turn left immediately after it onto Big Sink Road, aka Highway 1087, which we have highlighted in yellow. This entire 9-mile road is covered in very deep sand, and a 4x4 high clearance vehicle is 100% required. David and I attempted this road on our e-bikes the second time we visited White Pocket, and it was absolutely terrible. We would definitely not recommend doing that.
Definitely recommend airing down the tires and switching into 4 high once you turn off road 1017 onto 1087, because that's when the sand and the rock starts. It honestly hasn't been that bad so far, but it just goes from kind of like sandy areas to really rocky areas, and just make sure to keep up the momentum through those sand areas, because that's when you get stuck, is when you lose that momentum.
Yeah, if you're not feeling super comfortable too, like we just kind of had witnessed, there was a couple of vehicles that just didn't want to let anyone pass, and there was like a tour group and people that were more comfortable on this road trying really hard to pass. If you're not feeling comfortable, just find convenient spots to kind of pull and let people pass, because otherwise, I don't know, everyone was kind of getting frustrated, and it's just not a great situation.
Some people know how to drive in these roads a lot better than others. You need to carry that momentum through the sand, and if you're stuck behind someone, you can't carry the momentum, and then things get kind of like more dangerous. So keep far gaps in between vehicles and try to be as safe as possible. One thing I forgot to mention too, air down tires, switch into 4 high, and turn off your traction control. That's a key thing, because traction control will also let you get stuck. All right guys, we just are pulling into the parking lot for White Pocket. The road honestly wasn't that bad. There's a few sandy spots, but nothing crazy.
Wasn't that bad in our
Jeep
proper vehicle, yeah.
But the landscape looks out of this world, so pretty excited.
Once you arrive at the White Pocket parking area, the hard part is over. It is only a few hundred meters walk to get to this beautiful, expansive rock formation. Don't let the short hike fool you though. Make sure to bring plenty of water and snacks, as this entire area is exposed to the sun. That way you can walk around and explore for as long as you'd like. Once we finished at White Pocket, we hopped back in the Jeep and drove out the north way to Highway 89. Make sure to stop and air up your tires here before hitting the highway, then continue on to Crocodile Trailhead. Here there is a pull-off where you can air down your tires again and prepare to drive to Cutler Point. The drive to White Pocket was a good warm-up for this drive, as it starts with a river crossing and continues on in deep sand for 17 miles. This is a very popular off-road area, so be prepared to pass oncoming vehicles frequently.
Just bumping along. Oh God. Oh my God.
Once you arrive at the parking lot, the hike is only about 1 kilometer to get inside the Great Chamber. The Great Chamber is absolutely stunning, but it can also be dangerous because of rockfall, so be aware of your surroundings here. There is obviously only one photo spot, so make sure to be respectful of other visitors and share the area. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you around for all of our future videos. Make sure to check out our Utah travel guide for adventure lovers, and we will see you next week.